This is no reaction and discussion for the second trailer of JUJUTSU Kaisen Season 3 reaction. It's not going to commence. Okay, Mappa, let's see how absurdly good looking is this. The Culling game. Apparently this is one of the most hyped things in the... Okay. Whoa, what was... No, Sukuna did it. That was a weird creature I saw there for a second. Was that a cursed spirit? Right, opening theme. Speak over it, speak over... Oh! Oh! Wait, that was Naobito's technique. Okay. Okay. Oh, sure. A lot of more new characters, I think. Okay. I've been spoiled on so many things when it comes to this anime, and yet this somehow managed to confuse me. What do I have to say that probably hasn't been said? The fights are gonna be hype. It's gonna be incredible. Yeah, basically with those two things I just basically covered what majority of the commentary on the videos that react to this were. And what do I have to add? Well, it's curious. I think we saw a relative of Naobito, Zenin, because I think Maki was put in a frame, so that's curious. The Culling game where it's going to be a free-for-all and everyone slaughters themselves, each other. There we go, the last one is intriguing. I am curious to why you would... I'm certain there's gonna be specific rules. We saw another character who was there and looked very weird, 4 eyes just like Sukuna. It didn't have a head, but it looked weird. There was also a lot of screens that were saying dead, so what, there's going to be the 1,000 people that Kenjaku turned into sorcerers or vessels and they're gonna be slaughtering each other? That's gonna be the whole thing for the season? Because that sounds insane, and it's gonna be a great spectacle. I most definitely am intrigued to see how this is gonna develop, and I know my brain is gonna get overstimulated and it will be absolute peak among peaks. It's gonna look remarkable. It's gonna be one of the best things that has ever been animated in human history. I'm already expecting that. These Culling games, I guess I'm also curious to how many people are gonna be joining the Jujutsu sorcerers on their side, because it's impossible for all of them to be evil, right? I'm certain some of them are gonna become allies in some way or manner. There was also a court case sorcerer, so I'm certain he's exciting. All the new sorcerers we saw, except I think the one that did the frame thing, the same thing as Naobito, because we know for a fact that a lot of basically all techniques are hereditary. So he's even the member of the Zenin clan. Or is it that the entire Jujutsu society is throwing itself into that giant Culling game, as it said, and it's the strongest survive to the end? I'm curious. Talking about the strongest, the currently strongest sorcerer, Yuta Okotsu. And I understand why some people say that it would be more interesting if Yuta was the MC. But what I have to say to that is that that's ridiculous and stupid. Yuta is great as a side character. I really think so, because otherwise I know that people wouldn't have... I mean, we'll see. I guess it depends on how it was done, but Yuta is so absurdly strong. I don't see him struggle in basically any of the fights that Yuji was in without any Rika, because he has infinite cursed energy. That's one of his things. He has... I guess he also has Rika, we know that, but even excluding that, as I said, the strongest Shikigami ever, excluding that, infinite curse energy, reverse curse energy, which means you can regenerate, and because he has infinitely, I guess, and to top everything off, he can copy all and just every single curse technique ever. I am astounded by the fact that the show has made it clear that Goju is the strongest, Yuta is the second strongest. Which just once again proves how absurdly powerful Goju is, that with everything I just said, Yuta is still weaker than Goju. So yeah, I don't know. And also, something I have been spoiled on that I can't say it's not really a spoiler to anything, but there is a continuation to Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, a sequel, you might say. So I'm curious to when that's going to be coming out. I guess obviously first Jujutsu Kaisen has to end. And maybe they will foreshadow the, I think it's called Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, something like that. But yeah, I don't know much about it, I just know that it exists. So I'm excited for the future of the franchise, really am. And I'm certain that this season is gonna be probably the best season when it comes to overall perception and acceptance. I'm just excited. There is so many dream possibilities. Obviously, we're gonna get Fushiguro trying to cheer up Yuji because of the horrible thing that happened at the end of last season. Yuta and Yuji are gonna be becoming friends. And I really wonder what in the world they're gonna be throwing against Yuta so that he's distracted and he doesn't solve the plot immediately. But Kenjaku himself said it that he's not as impressed with Yuta as Gojo is, so I really am wondering what's the weakness of Yuta if he's so confident that he's not that big of a threat. But yeah, we'll see. For now, that is a video that we can subscribe to each other and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.